Taurus, for you at the end of January, Neptune moves from your 11th house Pisces into your 12th house of Aries, and you're one of the few signs that has a much easier time with the Neptune. So, Neptunian energy is very much in sync with the 12th house. So, other than you feeling extra psychic, then not that many changes. You probably sleep better. You have psychic downloads. There could be confusion regarding your expenditure, some kind of confusion regarding your abroad travel. You could be traveling for spiritual reasons. You're more into spirituality. Saturn moves into your 12th house, even Aries, around Valentine's Day 2026. So, Saturn is out of your 11th house by then, so you are finally free to make new friends, and it's all anew. Now it's all about spirituality, your sleep, your mental health, way more focus. You could be working long hours alone. I've seen a lot of time because Saturn is a lot of work and enduring it alone. Saturn in 12th also can cause pregnancy, so you could have a lot of sleepless nights taking care of the kids, taking care of the baby. So yeah, that's one of the things I've seen Saturn do in when Saturn gets into 12th house. So yeah, pregnancy could be on the horizon and sleepless nights kind of follow that. Working from your private space, working in isolation, extra long hours, issues with sleep, issues with mental health, issues with spending are all part of Saturn getting into your 12th house. Not exactly a super bad situation unless you have planets there. It's mostly hidden, so it's not gonna showcase in your life as much, but it can hinder your abroad travel. If you're planning on traveling abroad, you have to be extra organized since Saturn is gonna stay in your 12th house for the next 2 years. It enters Aries sometime around Valentine's Day 2026. It stays there until mid April 2028. So that's 2 years, 2 months in sign of Aries. Now, Saturn will go retrograde at the end of July this year, and it'll stay retrograde until around the middle of December in Aries, which is your 12th house. So, re-evaluating stuff regarding your mental health, your abroad travel. Saturn retrograde, also things go a lot more slower. Taurus, Uranus enters your second house, Gemini, around the last week of April, and it's going to stay there for the next 7 years. So, Uranus has been in your first house, making yourself into the weird one. You just not as super conformed as before. You are the new you after all of these 7 years. Uranus is here to shake up your finances. So, you could have issues with financial stability while Uranus is in the second house, but also you could probably try cooking new cuisines, new techniques. You're exploring food from different cultures, or you're inventing or creating new food items, or you're creating or exploring new ways where you can be financially secure. You could be starting new income streams, savings, and stuff. Your spending is a bit more erratic. You, being Taurus, are way more than prepared to deal with it than other signs. Yeah, I hope you get into new ways of creating new income streams. So, Jupiter enters Leo, which is your fourth house, at the end of June, and it's gonna stay there almost until end of July 2027. So the first half of 2026, Jupiter is still in your third house. In the second half, it enters your fourth house. Now, Jupiter entering your fourth house is great for your family life. If you're trying to get pregnant, that is also a possibility with Jupiter in the fourth house. You could buy new property while Jupiter is in the fourth house. You could have really good relationships with your family, your parents, especially your mom. Your parents could be going through a really good time in their life, or your mom could be going through a really good time in her life. It's a good family situation, and it's a good property addition situation. Yeah, enjoy your Jupiter in fourth. Jupiter has been in retrograde and it stays in retrograde until around 10th or 11th of March 2026 in the house of Cancer, which is your third house. So you are reevaluating information that is coming your way. You are reevaluating or redoing stuff when it comes to your third house of vehicles, neighbors, younger siblings, cousins, just information and learning, short distance travel, all of these topics. And Jupiter goes retrograde in the middle of December until middle of April next year in the house of Leo, which is your fourth house. During this time, you are reevaluating the topics regarding your home life, or you being a parent, or your parent could be reevaluating or redoing stuff, or you could simply be redecorating or fixing things up in the home front when Jupiter is retrograde. At the end of July, North Node moves into your 10th house and South Node will move into your 4th house, activating your career and family axis. First half of the 2026, it's gonna still continue to be in the 11th and 5th house axis, and it will move into your 10th and 4th house axis. So North Node in your 10th house is great for your career. You are expanding your career. You could be adding new titles to your already existing career. You could be changing jobs. You could get promotion. You could become the boss. Also, because Ketu or South Node will stay in the 4th house, there could be changes in terms of your family life, or you could be moving out of your home or changing homes, buying new property, buying property, selling property are also possible. The eclipses around these points trigger major changes in these houses. So the first eclipse of the year happens around 17th 18th of Feb. It is a partial solar eclipse. It is not that strong. It is new moon. It happens in the sign of Aquarius. So the topics of your career are definitely out there. You could be switching jobs, again, some kind of changes in the career. It's partial eclipse, not as strong as total, but still there can be changes happening in terms of your career around 17th and 18th of Feb. Depends on where you live. The second eclipse of the year happens around 2nd or 3rd of March. It depends on where you live. It is a full moon. It is a total lunar eclipse. So major changes happen in 11-5 house axis. Your sun is in Pisces, moon is in Virgo. The nodes are also in Pisces and Virgo while this is happening. So there could be major starting point of in terms of your friendship, any major event like a wedding or a baby shower or conception, birth, or major life changes regarding your children or your friends. The second half of eclipses happen in August, and by now the nodes have shifted. The North Node is in Aquarius in your 10th, and the South Node is in Leo, your 4th. So around 12th 13th August, there's new moon in Leo. So new topics regarding your home life, your property, your family, all of these, it's a major triggering point. This is a total solar eclipse, so this is pretty strong. The second one also happens in August, which is around 27th or 28th of August. This is full moon. This is partial lunar eclipse. The sun will be in Virgo, the moon will be in Pisces, while the nodes are in Aquarius and Leo. Again, it triggers your 11th house and your 5th house axis. Similar topics: your friends, your children, your networking, your starting of projects, your pregnancy things, big events, all of that comes into picture. This is partial, so the major changes might or might not occur. So Mercury retrogrades in the water signs in 2026. Mercury enters Pisces in Feb second week. It stays there for 67 days. Mercury enters Cancer in the beginning of June, and it stays there for 69 days. Mercury enters Scorpio around the beginning of October, and it stays there for 67 days. Mercury retrogrades at the end of Feb 2026 till the end of third week in March 2026 for 22 days in Pisces. During this retrogression, Pisces is your 11th house. There could be delays in terms of information, or you could be revisiting the topics regarding this house. 11th house is house of friends, house of social media, house of your network and circles. So these are up for revisions and redoing and delays. From end of June 2026 till end of third week July 2026, Mercury retrogrades in Cancer for 24 days. So you are reevaluating the information that is coming your way, because Cancer is your third house, and there could be delays or blockages or misinformation happening while Mercury is retrograde. Double, triple check everything that comes your way, and double, triple check everything that goes from you, all the information that goes from you. From fourth week of October 2026 till the middle of November, Mercury retrogrades in Scorpio for 20 days, which is your seventh house. So you could be reevaluating or redoing or having miscommunication or misinformation happening in the house of partnership. So please, if you're signing contracts, be extra careful, read it again and again. And Mercury retrograde in 7th also can give way to your exes trying to contact you, coming in contact with you. So yeah, good luck with that. Venus is gonna be in the signs of Libra and Scorpio. Venus is gonna be in the sign of Libra for 75 days. Venus is gonna be in the sign of Scorpio for 79 days. If it's just 2026, it's 71 days. So Venus is gonna spend significant time in your 6th house and your 7th house. Venus entering Libra in the second week of August, and it stays there until the middle of September. It re-enters in the last week of October, and it stays there until the second week of December for a total of 75 days. So while Venus is in Libra, you could probably be getting way more offers. You could apply for a bunch of jobs. Your work is a lot easier. Your relationship with your colleagues or co-workers is a lot easier. You're having a pleasant time at work. You're probably you have easier time planning your day, living your day-to-day life. Your daily routine is a lot easier. Your workouts get a lot easier. You could find good workout partners. Or so yeah, enjoy your Venus in Libra. And because it is also your ascendant lord in one of its own houses, your health is doing pretty well. You are doing pretty well. Now Venus enters Scorpio around mid-September to almost the end of October, and it re-enters Scorpio in the second week of December until the end of first week of Jan next year. So it stays in Scorpio for 71 days in 2021 and 79 days if I had to include 2027. Venus in your 7th house is an excellent time for you to focus on partnership. This is a great time for dating. This is a time you could probably get married. This is a great time for starting new business ventures, for having equal partnership and fair partners. So dealing with people becomes a lot easier in general. Great time for relationships. There are no Mars retrogradations in 2026, but Mars is mostly focused in two signs. Mars enters Leo and Virgo. So Mars stays in Leo for 141 days, and Mars stays in Virgo for 150 days in total if I include next year too, but it stays in Virgo for 35 days in this year. So it goes back and forth between Leo and Virgo between the end of this year and next year. So Mars enters Leo at the end of September, and it stays there almost until the end of November, till the end of third week of November. And Leo is your 4th house, so you could be fighting with your parents. a lot during this time. There are a lot of disagreements, there are home improvement things are falling apart in your house, a lot of fixing stuff, fights or disagreements with your parents, your mom, or with your mom. And yeah, you are probably working out from home. You have way more energy when it comes to topics of your home, family, and property. So you are aggressively pursuing one of these topics. That's about Mars in Leo. And Mars in Virgo is, you could have breakups, you could be fighting with your partner while Mars is in fifth, you could be fighting with your children while Mars is in fifth. You might not get along with them as much. Also, you have a lot more energy and focus when it comes to topics related to children or your own passion projects or your hobbies or your dating life. You simply have way more energy to spend. So, good luck with that. So, enjoy your 2026 Taurus.